I was just setting my camera up for the morning before the morning's play, and I heard two large explosions outside the ground, and then a whole lot of AK-47 fire. And as I was making my way back, the Sri Lankan team bus had pulled up, and I didn't see the bus pulled up, but some of the other guys didn't. Said there were a few bullets in the bus, and then I saw some of the players being brought in. I just saw one of the players injured, but I've been told that 5 of them have been injured, but they're not serious.
Okay, well, Hamish, can you then describe the scene to us? What's going on at the moment?
Well, look, it's relatively relaxed here. They appear to sort of like secured the area. It was obviously pandemonium for a while, and the players didn't really seem to know what was going on. There was a lot of sort of yelling and screaming, and then the ambulances arrived. We're just waiting here until we can actually make our way back to the hotel and get a flight out tonight.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're just learning that 8 players have been injured. Stan Grant was telling us that the injuries are minor. But can you tell us about the security around and inside Gaddafi Stadium?
Well, look, I feel relatively secure here. There's no armed guards as such, where I am at the moment. But there were certainly armed guards as we came in, and security's been relatively tight. And, we were incredibly surprised because these Sri Lankan players get along very well with Pakistani players, and, there's a lot of sympathy for cricket in Pakistan here. And it's just very surprising to us that the players have been targeted.
Yeah, you are there at the moment, and you're obviously speaking to locals. I mean, what are people saying? What are people saying is the motive behind this attack?
Oh, I don't know. It's very difficult to tell at this stage. I mean, we just thought, that the players would be the last ones to be targeted here, and it's just a shock, really. Mm.
Because I gather, as a cameraman, you've been following these cricketers on the second test. Has it been pretty tight security along the way?
Very tight security, sort of outside the hotel. So the team buses usually have an armed guard with them, and so I think that we feel incredibly safe here most of the time, and it's just such a shock.
And what about for you getting inside Gaddafi Stadium? Because we know, as camera crews and journalists trying to get into these venues, there's often very tight security to get in. Did you sort of experience that as you entered Gaddafi Stadium today?
Absolutely, yeah. The security's been airtight up until now. So, like I say, we've never had any problems getting through. But these sort of things, I guess, can happen.
Okay. Well, for us and our viewers, can you give us an idea of where Gaddafi Stadium is in Lahore? A security official a little bit earlier was telling us that there are 2 entrances into the stadium. So can you tell us exactly, where the Sri Lankan bus pulled up and where these gunmen were obviously placed?
All I can tell you is that supposedly, and this is unconfirmed, that the explosions were at Liberty Roundabout, I think, which is about sort of 15 to 20 minutes from the stadium. And I heard 2 explosions and then a whole lot of gunfire. Once we arrived, there was and then there was a quiet period of about 20 minutes, and then there was some shots fired much closer to the stadium. And then since then it's been about an hour, and there's been completely quiet here.
Mm-hmm. And what about the stadium itself, as to where it is positioned within Lahore?
I don't know, actually. Literally, it's one of these jobs where you're hotel to cricket ground, and because we've been sort of told that sort of not to sort of wander outside as foreigners, it's literally sort of been one of those tours where it's sort of cricket stadium to hotel.